Shingla Drupa Shok Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami Sangye Chedang Tsoki Chognam La Changchu Bardu Dagni Kyabsu Chi Daki Chenyen Gipe Senam Ki Chola Penchir Sangye Drupar Shok Sangye Chedang Tsoki Chognam La Changchu Bardu Dagni Kyabsu Chi Daki Chunyen Kipe Senam Ki Chola Penchir Sangye Drupar Shok Sangye Chedang Tsoki Chognam La Changchu Bardu Dagni Kyabsu Chi Dagi Chenyen Gipe Senam Ki Chola Penchir Sangye Drupar Shok.
Yay.
I wonder if you guys have noticed this. One quick part in Return of the Jedi when the Ewoks are talking, and I think they're speaking Tibetan, and he says, Sangye Chedang Tsoki Chola. If you really listen to the Ewoks.
It's the prayer we just did. I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha.
All right. Homework.
I'm going to find that clip next so everyone can see it.
Oh,
Okay.
I want to see that.
Yeah, apparently they were Nepali monks.
Who played them? Who did their voices?
Yeah, totally.
Whoa. I didn't know that. That's cool. All right. Ready? Oh, wait. This says term 11. Whatever. That's fine.
Fix it now, Nick.
It's not. What, according to Gyaltsab J, I think I made this quiz easier. I think makes someone a great soul.
They're free of elaboration. They realize that things are free of elaboration.
Awesome. They have the good quality of having realized that things are free of elaborations. Nice. Why would it be silly to say that Arya Nagarjuna is saying in his 60 verses that he is not interested in clearing up other people's positions?
Just because he doesn't have a position, just because he's clearing up other people's positions doesn't mean that he doesn't have a position.
Well, that's what's up for debate in this part of the text. That's for sure. But that's not the answer to this question. Something came, the hint I'll give is that something came.
Gyaltsab J said, hey, that's why Arya Nagarjuna wrote the book.
Thank you, Paula. Yes. It would be silly because he wrote this book. So the book is to clear up their positions, right? That's the whole purpose. What's Tibetan for wrote this book? In this context.
Sampa?
Yeah, but he refers to it specifically. A book. Well, there's the Sungbum, the Kangir, and the
Tengir.
And the Tengir consists of a bunch of tenchas. Tenchitsam. All right. Two early Tibetan scholars, Patsab and Jangchu Byeshe of Maja, give their opinions of whether or not Arya Nagarjuna has a position. Please describe their opinions and the difference between them. I was really struggling with understanding the difference between them. We didn't cover a lot last class. I was working with a little material. I'll give a hint.
I just remember the black and white circle.
Yeah, cool. It involves these two principles in logic
right.
that have to do with, denial.
Denial of the other guy's position, but that is not a position.
Good.
But that's what, yeah.
That's what, go ahead.
That's what one of them is saying.
Patsab.
They're denying the other guy's position.
But so, what?
The denial is a position.
Yeah, you're on the right track. You're saying it almost perfectly. What?
By denying you.
He's only denying others. positions.
What is the denial itself? It's a position.
Yeah, you're saying it more or less. Stanley, you say the one you were saying, and then Chunzum, you said.
Oh, he said the pasha, right? Bata.
Patsab.
Bata said he's only denying other people's position in his book, and he didn't establish his own positions.
Awesome. And Venerable Chunzum, what's Zhang Chub Yeshe from Peacock's position?
Right. That's why he's saying that you denying the other guy's position is, that denial is a position.
Is not a position, actually. But
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not.
Yeah, so Patsab says it is, and Zhang Chubyeshe.
Well, it's just
Actually, I thought it was the other way.
Patsab says that it doesn't mean, just because he's denying a position doesn't mean that he's asserting anything. And then Zhang Chub Yeshe says that the denial was to stop the other position, and then that the denial itself is not a position. So it's kind of a more subtle difference.
Mhm.
My notes are completely different.
The same English appealing to your mind, Nick.
I was confused. I went back and listened to it a few times.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, I encourage you to do the same if your notes were different than
Yeah,
that. But I
yeah.
did go back and listen to it a few times. But I know that I don't have, what do you call it? Wong? No. Does anybody give me the, oh.
But you are Mahatma. You are Mahatma.
There's the Tibetan.
Namche.
Namche and Yongche. Okay, good. Sorry, I misordered that.
There's a saw on. Oh, I see. You're doing pronunciation. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just doing the pronunciation. Because we have everybody, if we don't know how to read the characters yet and we're mixed nuts, it's fun to learn. And if you don't know and you want to learn, then I'm happy to help. You take the plane, boss. Oh, you're muted, Gen.
That's one way to get out of people disagreeing with you.
No, it isn't.
What was there something wrong with one of the homework answers?
No, I just have something cute to talk to you about. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, here we go. Now to Nicholas. I got to share my screen. Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Nice homework, by the way. Okay, you guys want to do a $300?
Yeah.
Do I?
Why not? Why not?
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna switch my screen, and the first person to tell me where the quotation is from gets $300.
What? Oh,
Okay, and it's the English translation. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a translation, and the first person to identify where it comes from makes $300. Okay, are your eyes glued to the screen? Okay, Sun, R, E.
oh, that's
First
from the
one.
three principal
Three
paths.
principal paths.
Lamso,
Which one? Wait, it was Kramer and Nick at least. Then somebody else? Who was somebody?
No, I think it has to be shared between the 65 people watching. I don't think anyone wasn't talking.
I heard Nick and Ben. I don't remember if anyone else I heard. Did
Oh my
anybody?
God, there was like 20 other people.
Was it Stanley at the same time?
Stanley, Word,
Like I'm the first one,
Shunzum,
but I think everybody feels like
Tim.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce to you guys the unfairness of karma. Right now, three people I can see on my screen is Nick, Ben, and Stanley. Okay, $100 each, Ellie. Okay,
That's not fair.
Nick, Ben, and Stanley.
I'll get
All
mine
right.
from Xiaoping. I'll get mine from Xiaoping.
Okay. By the way, this is a direct reference to Nagarjuna, to this discussion.
Right.
Okay, and just so you know, it says here, Kelantawa means choke meba. Okay, Kelantawa means
Uh-huh.
choke meba.
Free
You
from
don't
free
take it.
from accepting a position or free from
Yeah, exactly. So now finally, 20 years after you took DCI level 1, ACI level 1, you understand it. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's cute that Tsongkhapa, that's one of his most famous verses. And he's referring directly to your discussion here. Yay.
Right.
Now I can tell you all these. Okay. All right. Let's read Nick, and Ellie's going to check your pronunciation. Come on, be a little tough, Jimmy.
Kachik nare yipani ma chipe nang more yinla mebani rik more yin sewa yang.
Yeah. Now they're still on this discussion between what and what. Do you remember? We talked about it this morning.
Whether the denial of someone else's position is assertion of his own position.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
You could
about?
say that. Well,
Or
yeah,
what-
I was going for the difference between saying
saying
it's
that,
non-existent
yeah,
and it doesn't exist, right?
it is non-existent. It doesn't exist.
And then we shaded into this Namche Yongche thing, and I think the yin yang sim. You call Stanley? Do you call it yin yang? Yin yang, right?
Yeah, yin yang.
Say it again in
Yin-
Chinese.
Yin yang.
But you don't really say yi. You say yin yang, right?
Yin yang.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, try to think of it that way. Okay.
Mhm.
So where's the distinction between the two? Because for him, they're the same thing. To say it's non-existent, to say there is present non-existence, and to say there is present that it doesn't exist is two sides of the same yin yang coin. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now here's another opinion. We got those two early Tibetans.
Yeah.
Then we got a third guy, and
Uh-huh.
now we got a fourth guy. What does he say? Can you? If I explain to you Nangor, which by the way I learned myself reading Caleb J's "Destroying the Darkness" text, Adam's text, like 35 years ago. Okay, I understood it when I read Caleb J. Nangor means
as a mere appearance.
No, this nang just means yila. We had it char, chi char.
Chicha. Oh, generally.
A rising
speaking?
of an archetype.
Yeah, the arising in the mind of a picture.
that-
An image. Okay. Nangor means this nang means mind as an enlightened mind as an entity of light. Mind as an entity of light. Thought as a living thought, life, awareness. Okay. So to the awareness, you can translate it as to the awareness. Okay.
Mhm.
So Yopa, he says, is something which appears to a state of mind, which
Unexamined.
is Machepa, the door in Rinpoche's classroom,
Right. Unexamined. Just a plain old thing.
which is not examining. Okay. All right.
Not examining, not unexamined.
Yeah, not examining.
Right,
to a
right, of
state of-
course. Yeah. A mind.
Okay.
To a
And-
mind which is not examining.
Yeah. And Mepa is something that appears to Rigmor.
Yeah, a mind which is using logic.
Yeah, and you could have said, if he spelled it all out for you, it could have been Rigbe Nangor. Okay.
Hmm. He's been using Rick more
Okay.
through this whole book.
Yeah, just be aware that he left out the word ba and nung, and he
Mhm,
made it more difficult for you than it had to be.
mhm.
Okay, now it's parallel. Okay, so what's he saying, Nick? Think about it.
He's saying that existence is something that only appears to a mind which is not. Existence is real for someone who's not doing an analysis, and non-existence is what you find when you do a logical analysis.
Yeah, and they probably are talking about not talking about self-existence. They're talking about existence in general and non-existence in general.
Right.
When you
Yeah.
finally turn on your logic, you see that the door doesn't exist.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's going to be criticism, I'm sure. Yeah.
And until such time as you do, if you're still in a mode where you are not checking the ultimate existence of something, you think it exists. Okay. All right. And by the way, that's not too bad, actually. Okay. Here's the next guy. Please read. Ellie, you're still on.
Uh-oh.
Chik yepa tanye tsamtang meba tundam tutang.
What's that
Th-
mean? What's that
th-
mean?
This guy says that existence is something that exists only in, conventionally speaking,
Yeah,
and what's ultimate is non-existence.
good. Yeah, yeah. When we say it exists here, we're talking, yeah, conventionally. And when we say it doesn't exist, we're talking ultimately, which is also not too bad. Okay. Okay, here's another guy. You ready? Ali, you're still on.
All right.
Shantak nare yupa shengmo yin la meba shepani rang la meba yin serto. Another guy comes along and says, existence shengmo yin.
I'm going to put here to make it easier for you.
Sheng more. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It-
Sheng Won,
exist-
yeah.
existence is a thing for others, whereas
Yeah, that appears to others.
uh-huh, whereas non-existence is what we explain in our
Yeah,
Mipa
exactly.
Shipani, yeah, our
Mhm.
explanation of non-existence in our system.
When we say MEPA, we
Yeah.
mean MEPA in our system.
In
Okay?
yeah, I'm putting that together.
And when we say YEPA, we mean YEPA in your system, in your mistaken system. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Now we got, how many we got? 1, 2, 3,
Like,
4, 5,
6 or
6.
7.
Now we got number 7's a little longer. All right, here we go.
Shangtang sakpanare tengyarwa tekona ni chepe kapsu rangyu mi chepa yiki tanye chepe kapsu ngepa rangyu cheto serto. So this is
Now,
another guy,
this is-
Shangtang Sakpa.
This is what I was looking up for you when I was trying to start the class, okay? And I was looking for something and I found it in a text called Kelsang Mikje, Okay.
Opening the eyes of the fortunate.
which is what's the usual name of that book?
This is
Adam's
Prabhu Upala's text.
Yeah, this is Urpala's text.
Yeah.
This is the alternate. Well, the original name was, opening the eyes of the fortunate, but it's known as Tongtun Chemo, the great interlude on emptiness. Okay. And I've been telling you guys that Rangyu doesn't have to mean the lower middle way school. It can mean a kind of logical statement.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes it has nothing to do with the lower middle way school. It just means a kind of logical statement. Okay. And I thought it would be helpful to give you a description of what that kind of logical statement is, because he gets into it here. Okay. And I think it's even worth putting in your text here, because otherwise, if you don't know that, what's the Ranggyupa? Svatantrika
Mhm.
is a type of logic, is a form of logic, then you can't really appreciate these arguments that are coming up here. Okay.
Yeah. I wonder, we footnoted something similar earlier in the text, I think.
Okay, cool.
Or I wonder if we should put this footnote earlier because it's relevant also when they're describing the different, well, anyway, I'll check it with you later.
Well, let's do it easy, okay? Let's do it easy way. I'm going to do it easy way. And then it's not going to take time, okay? This is the place I want to do it. Let me see here. Okay, just read this part.
Tsosum chigo ki ngepar chene trupcha tokpe chepa kepa rangyu kitensi ki ten yin.
Yeah, you want to know what Rangyu Kitensik means? You want to know what a Rangyu form of logic is? Well, here's the description of it. It's not definitive, but it's descriptive, okay? Please.
Mhm.
Okay, what's Shisun?
The three reasons or the three. Yeah.
The three
three,
relationships,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
The three
Sorry.
relationships that have to hold if the reason is correct. What are the three relationships?
The one is three. So the
Yeah.
the subject has to match the reason, or the reason
Yeah,
has
the
to be
reason
true
has
of the subject.
Good,
And then if the reason is true, then that proves the assertion.
good. The quality asserted.
The quality asserted. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. And then if the quality asserted is not true, then therefore the reason is not true.
Good, good. So when the chigo, what's the chigo?
The opponent.
Yeah, when they ascertain, okay, when they have ascertained that the three relationships hold true, okay, when the opponent has ascertained that the three relationships hold true, and therefore they generate, okay,
Mhm,
a jpak tema in their mind,
mhm,
which topas the drupcha.
mhm. They generate a deduction or a deductive valid
Good.
perception that realizes the assertion.
Great, the assertion. Yeah, now it's not the quality asserted, it's the assertion. Drupcha che versus drupcha. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's around gyungi denseki dun.
That's the meaning of independent reason or reasoning.
Yeah.
Independent reasoning.
Yeah, or reasoning for one's own mental stream. You see what I mean?
Whoa, yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Okay, or it could mean good luck on that. Okay. Anyway,
That's cool.
it's relevant here because Tangsapa of Shang, who was covered above, he's in the footnote above. He says when a prasangika is examining dekonenyi, we never use a rangyuki tensei.
Okay. When a middle way when a prasangika is examining thusness, they wouldn't use this type of reasoning that we just defined.
Yeah, but when they are examining tanye kunsob demba tanye
conventional reality,
nepa rangyuche,
they definitely use
this type of reasoning. Okay, that's his position. Okay, and by the way, the reason the prasangika don't like the Svatantrika is that they believe, as we know, that the words of the argument have an innate power to convey the truth of the argument. It's very similar to when you're trying to convince your wife of something.
I know.
Now I can speak about these things with authority. All right. Before it was just Jipak Tima. Okay. Now, here we go, Nick.
Shem Pelcher Chesinla. Jang Ye Luk Kyang Chete.
Now, these other positions, out of the 7 or 8 positions here, We've kind of covered most of them. Okay, Peltier means most of them. All right, we've
Majority
examined
of these have been covered. Yep.
but let's take a closer look at.
Jangchub Yeshe of Maja.
Yeah, now let's go remind ourselves. Do you happen to remember or what he said?
Well, he's the one who said that he does deny, but his denial is not a position.
Yeah, he says here, Namche Samde Yang Shenki Loto Gapichir.
Mhm.
Okay. The kind of logic where you are denying something is only useful for stopping other people's beliefs and is not does not itself constitute one's own position. Okay, denying another person's position does not constitute one's own position, and that's what Nagarjuna means when he says, "I have no position."
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
Okay, got it?
mhm.
That's
that
his opinion.
seems pretty good, actually.
I don't know. Let's see how Kyojay fights him. Okay,
Kyojay.
here we go.
All right. Ready?
Mhm.
Shanki loktok gokpe damchawa yutame chimatana shenden damchawa yang me parangyor.
Okay. You can read this first line if you think about it carefully. So take a moment. Don't feel pressure to do it right away. Take a moment to think about it, and don't worry that Ben Bender figured it out already.
Okay. Now I'm worried about Ben figuring it out, but all right. The denial that whether or not there's a position.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you the first. I'll give you the beginning. Do you have or do you not have?
Okay. Do you have or do you not have a position which denies the wrong understanding of others?
Good. He's asking Nagarjuna. Okay. Do you or do you not have a position in which you are attempting to stop another person's misunderstanding? Okay. Chimatana, what's that mean?
If it's the latter,
Meaning?
not having a position which denies the wrong ideas of others.
Yeah, if you have no position where you are trying to stop another person's wrong ideas, then
you don't even have a position. Oh, then the other guy doesn't even have a position or something like that. Shenden damcha
Shindan in
for the
philosophy
benefit
means
of others.
Yeah, exactly. A position taken for the benefit of others. Yeah.
Then you don't even have a position taken for the benefit of others.
Yeah, and it's a big topic in the opening pages of the Pramanavartika. Okay, all right. Double dharma. Read first. Okay. Who's checking your pronunciation? Is Gibson here at this time of day? I don't remember. Probably not. Huh?
Yes.
He's here.
Oh, let's go. Criticize Nick. Okay, it's fun.
Recommend it. Dangpotarna, Shenki Lokto Gokpe Damcha Umape Micha Nge Mawarangi Damcha Gokpe Damcha Nge Mawarangi Tele Kyang Chawa Mi Sibe Chir Chok Teni Kewa Tsam Yula Dak Dang Shenle Kewa Mepala Yang Tsung So Shena.
Ooh,
If it's like the
this is a
first,
heavy
if
one.
it's like the former,
Which is?
that
He said you're dumb man.
yeah. If it's like the former, which is that you are taking a position that denies the wrong ideas of others.
Yeah, if you say that you do take a position which denies the ideas of others. By the way, he's talking to Nagarjuna, right?
Yeah. Then
Shenki loto gope damcha umape mitani.
cha means assert.
If
And if you are
there,
oh sorry.
if the, go ahead. Go
If the
ahead.
middle way is not asserting a position that denies the wrong idea,
Umapa.
a middle
Umapa.
way people, or if as a middle way person.
Yeah, if middle way people
Uh-huh.
are making no assertion of an assertion, okay?
Uh-huh.
If middle way people are taking no assertion of an assertion which is meant to stop others' wrong ideas, right? Then
Yeah.
let's consider the ngom mawa rangi damcha. What's
The
it mean?
position, the position of the functionalists.
Nice, beautiful, beautiful. Let's talk about the position of the functionalists who believe that fire must always be hot.
Right.
Because that's part of fire. That's what fire does. You could never walk on water. You could never pick up a red hot piece of iron. Okay. Ngumawa ranki tamcha gokpe tamcha ngumawa ranki tele kyang chawa misipe. Then there could be they wouldn't have any assertion to make which was different from the assertion of the ngumawas if they didn't have a position of their own. If the middle way guys didn't have a position of their own, then they would have to have the next position down, which is mind only. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys take a position? Yes. Okay. Dumbledore, right? You're dumb man.
Oh, I
You're
see.
dumb.
I understand that. Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
guys have a position? Yes. Is it a middle way position? No, middle way people don't have a position.
Right.
Oh, so you have the position of the other three schools.
Mhm. Okay, I understand now.
It's a funny argument.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Rangi Day, when I first saw it, I thought it might be day,
Right. That's what I
meaning
was.
school.
Uh-huh.
But what it is, oops, this big cursor gets it. What it actually is sorry,
Damcha, right?
is, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Perfect. Yay. It's so nice to teach you guys after 4 years. It's like Amelie can talk now. All right.
She can.
I'm waiting for when the kid tells me I'm wrong, like I don't know how to use the internet or something. Okay. Okay. So Rangide Le Kyang Cha Misi Pecher. It would be impossible for you to take any position other than one that the lower three schools shared. Because you don't have your own position, but you say you do have a position. Okay. Got it?
Yeah. This reminds me of the Diamond Mountain debate ground a little bit.
Oh yeah, those are the days of Kramer's glory days. Chok deni kewa samyola data shane kewa mepala yang sungso. This position, chok deni, would be similar to you guys saying there is a kewa, but there's no kewa from itself or from something else.
Okay. This position is. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
He says now you guys you went back to your crazy kind of talking of saying yes, things start, but they don't start from themselves and they don't start from other things. You deny both possibilities, and then you say, I don't deny that things can start. And it's the same old story from you guys. Okay? He's complaining, right?
Yeah.
Same old story. Aren't you the guys who said everything that starts, but it never starts from itself or from something else? We're tired of this kind of talk. Come on. Okay. Get serious. Okay. He says that's, the current discussion is the same as that other discussion. Okay. That's what he's saying. Tsung. Tsung means you're just doing the same thing you're always doing. I'm tired of it. Okay. Then we say, Mitsung.
They're not the same.
Why?
Because Dunyampe Shen Sam Tanye to Yukyang Ginjue Shen Tanye to Yang Mi Sipe Chi. Dunyampe Shen. Yeah, right. You wrote
By
it.
the
in.
way,
I'm
this
seeing
is
right now.
This is the point. This is exactly the point I was making this morning in Utpala's text. Exactly the same point.
Okay, that they cannot be simultaneous because
Look, okay, I'm going to do the first line for you. Okay, you ready? Because you could spend an hour on this. It's really hard. Okay. Look, do we accept the idea of something else? Yes, we do accept the idea of other. We do accept the idea of other. Okay.
okay.
But only in the context of two things which are simultaneous.
Okay, conventional reality and cause and effect.
Yeah, conventionally speaking, you can say one thing is different from another thing only if they exist at the same time. Because they both have to exist to say that this existing thing here is different from that existing thing over there. They have to be existing at the same time to make you cannot make a comparison between two things which don't exist in the present tense. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I understand.
Even if you talk about this isn't the same situation as we had during the Civil War,
right.
we are still talking about the Civil War as a current thing. Okay.
In your mind or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we accept. Listen, going back to that old, accusing us of going back to our old argument before of that things can't grow from other things. Look, we believe that things can be other than other things, but they have to be simultaneous. Okay. Therefore, gyundegi shen tanye de yang misi.
Other causes and results,
Which are
which are separate or something.
A result which is other than a cause is not possible, even tanye.
Right. Mm-hmm. Even conventionally speaking.
Even conventionally, how can you say that the tree is something different from its seed? Because they must be simultaneous.
Mhm.
Okay. So don't say we're pulling the same crap we pulled before. The crap we pulled before was brilliant. And if you can't figure it out, that's your problem. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to
So-
understand the connection between him saying this and, I mean, I think you
Well,
just tried
no.
to explain it, but
Well,
why is that a
he
response?
accused us of talking the same old crap that we talked before.
Uh-huh.
And we say no. The same old crap that we talked before wasn't the same old crap. It's actually brilliant.
Oh, and he's just repeating some of that brilliance to make the point.
Therefore, our current crap must be brilliant also. That's our argument. Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay, I understand.
All right.
Wow.
So Geshe-la,
You did-
it's okay to talk about the Civil War and the Afghan War because the Civil War is just an idea in our minds in the moment, but the minute we try and say this caused that, if they're not in the same moment, we can't say that.
Well, yeah.
So the only difference is cause and effect and
Yeah.
difference.
All I'm saying is that when you say that the effects of the Civil War are still being felt now, you're treating the source of those effects as a current reality. Yep. According to Madhyamika. Okay. All right, let's go on, Nick. Come on.
Can I just make sure that I understood one of the subtleties of what just
Yeah,
happened?
if we don't make progress, you can't make a homework, I'm telling you.
That's true. Okay, where are we?
No, go ahead. Ask a question.
I just want to make sure I understood something right. He's saying you can't compare. I mean, on one level, he's saying you can't compare what we said before to what we're saying now because comparing something to something from the past is impossible.
He's saying the way you're talking now and the way you talked before when you talked about things can't happen from themselves, things can't happen from something other, things can't happen from both, things can't happen from neither. It's that kind of stupid argument is exactly the same kind of argument you're telling me now, because you're saying we don't have a position, but we do have a position.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
before you said stuff can't come from other, but it has to come from other.
Right.
Okay. It's
Okay.
just the same old stuff from you guys.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
I'll say
Yeah.
it again. I'll say it again.
No. Okay.
You okay? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I got that part. Yeah.
Okay. It'll ripen in your mind in about 2 days. All right, here we go.
Where are we? Oh,
Kachi.
yeah. Kachi ngala damcha mepe na ngala kyun me kona yin. Shebe shungla tene kelan tam yang me che mawani tik tam ki ngumpe ngagel du tu jepa yinte. Umarang gupanam ki kyang tik te tam ma tongwani mayino.
Yeah, let me fix that. Okay. Kachi ngala damcha mepe na ngala kyun me kona yin. Shebe shung la tene. Look,
If I don't have a position.
well, he's quoting something, okay? The first line is a quotation.
Okay.
All right. And ngala damcha mepe na ngala kyun me kona yin. And you have to be sensitive when you're translating. If you get 2 lines that sound like they're in meter, go look for it in the okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And then the shape
What's
out.
it say? Ngala damcha mepe na ngala
don't-
kyun me. What? What is
If
this?
I don't have a position, I only can't be wrong.
I can only not be wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
only
can
can-
only not be wrong.
I can only not be wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I don't take any position at all, how can you accuse me of being wrong in my position?
Mhm, mhm.
Who said that?
Arya Nagarjuna,
Yeah.
of course.
Where? Tsupadopa. It's one of the 6 books of logic. Maybe it's
Oh,
the
stopping
one-
all argument. Yeah.
yeah, maybe it's the next one you do. I don't know. We're still playing with it. Maybe we should do Shiram. I mean, somebody's got to do it, right? But the commentary would be Gombaratsa. Yeah,
But you're already
Okay.
90 or 70 through that one. So,
yeah. Well, 0 progress in the last 2 years. My Nagarjuna was attacked by a medicine brewers. Okay. He says, Oshebe Shungla Tene, based on that quotation, okay, they say you don't have any position that you accept, okay?
mhm.
You guys, Prasangikas, you don't have any position that you accept. He says, now that kind of statement, okay, Che Mawa ni, now that kind of statement by you schmucks, okay, is a tig famging. Okay.
It's a super pride of in
Yeah.
only word.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like, yeah, I don't need a position. So yeah, what's that to you? You know?
Mhm,
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
mhm.
You got a problem with that? All right. That you're just it's just a sign of your arrogance to
Mhm.
say, to twist Nagarjuna's quotation, to twist the quotation of the greatest thinker of our lineage. It's just maybe you're being a little prideful. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Like a chipping thing.
Mhm.
Then he says, Umarangipa namki kyang sikte tsam matoni mayino.
Even the middle way independenters don't.
You got 2 negatives here.
Yeah. They don't say, or they
I'm gonna
don't.
give you-
They
I'm gonna
don't
give
not
you-
see words. They don't not.
I'm going to give you the first part. It's not as if,
Mhm.
They haven't seen.
yeah, it's not as if they wouldn't have seen that quotation in scripture.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
not
I see.
It's
not
it's
as though
not
they-
as if the lower middle way guys had never read that book. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Guess
By the
what
way,
is the as if?
if they had read the book and they understood that to mean they should take no position and have no logic, then they wouldn't have named their school after a form of logic.
All right.
Well, you had a question, Paula?
Sorry, I just wondered where the as if was.
Mayeno. Mitoa ni mayeno. It's not as if they have never seen that quotation. Okay?
So the knee is the as if.
Yeah, you just have to understand from the context. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. It got a little sticky, right, Nick? We thought we were out of the woods.
Yeah, got a little sticky.
Please, Utpala's gonna check. By the way, if you just look at this every day for the next 4 or 5 days, you'll be fine. And the first 3 days you don't understand it. But you'll understand more. And then the 4th day you wake up, you'll have a good breakfast. Amelie will be well rested. Jaru will be in a good mood. And you'll say, oh my God, I understand it. So just keep coming back to it every day.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's still easier than previous stuff. Ngalndra ki tama tongwar tsigi chala nye ne kelan chi yang me che mawani tongpani ki senge ngare ngopo mawe waso jominupe ne kurne kebe tsok su lopun tong chomden de la kyun yunten tu jo tak ne tupe tsu ki charka tongwa chodang tumpala kurwa depa yino.
Nice.
All right. Geldelki tamator. Okay. If you don't understand these two, if you don't understand the principles set forth by Dharmakirti about
Connection.
disjunction and conjunction, yeah. Okay. All right. If you don't understand the differences between those two, okay, and you just look at the wording, and Nagarjuna says, "I have no position," and you are not sensitive to the fact of contradiction and connection. Contradiction and connection. What do they call it in high school? Can you please contrast and compare and contrast? Yeah, it's compare and contrast. Yeah. Okay. If you're not aware of compare and contrasting, and you just take it as the words say, I have no position, and you aren't sensitive to the deeper meaning of it, okay? And then the Chiam Me Che Mawani.
The people who say nothing at all.
Yeah, and then you say, we take no position. We take no position, okay? You just say the same words. You are like a wah.
Fox.
A fox who has taken on nukur means taken on the undesirable responsibility. Okay, you have taken on the load. What? Okay, kur means to take on a task. Okay,
right.
To find fault. Where you're hoping as a fox to destroy the, you are a Ngupamawa fox, you are a functionalist, sorry, yeah, you're a functionalist fox, and the lion is roaring the sound of emptiness, and you're trying to take on the task of contradicting him with your squeaky little fox voice, okay? Ngaro means the lion's roar. Okay. So, these words, I take no position. These words, my position doesn't exist. Okay. Is actually the roar of a lion of emptiness. But you are just a functionless fox trying to destroy that roar. And you have taken on you have taken on the distasteful task of trying to fight a lion of emptiness with the wine of functionalism. Okay, got it? All right. It's kind of cool. And, okay, we can even, and sitting in the same room with the mass of great masters. Okay, you are sitting in a room together with true masters, such as Lopan, okay, such as Nagarjuna here, I guess, and the conquering Buddha,
Mhm.
and you're trying to make your determinations about whether they do or don't have certain problems or certain qualities, okay, then actually you are Kerndepaing Charkatoma. You are just insulting the Buddha and the Nagarjuna, okay?
What's charka?
I had to look it up myself. Here it is down here. You are
Oh.
insulting, okay?
Uh,
You are Charkatang is to use, you are using dirty words, okay? And even when you praise them, okay, you know, you're the kind of guys who praise the Buddha, who praise Nagarjuna, and then you go around saying Nagarjuna said he had no position. You in public, when you teach Nagarjuna, you say how great he was.
Mhm.
But still in the back of your mind, you do believe he had no position.
Right.
And don't you see there's a problem with that?
Yeah, they don't understand him and they're praising it like they're actually
Yeah, people do that. People say, oh, Nagarjuna is the greatest. Why? He said nothing exists and he has no position. He's so far out, you know. Okay. All right. Woo. Here we go.
Shenyang.
By the way, K-Drup J is like Jaru with a, you know, how the dogs go like that with a piece of
Yeah,
a
he was-
sock or something. He's not done yet. He's not done yet. K-Drup J is not done yet. Okay.
Gyaltsab J, right?
Sorry, K-Drup J is not done. Oh, sorry, Gyaltsab J is not done with the guy. Okay, go ahead.
Shenyang tawa makoi kongdu kelen tetsam yupate kelen yeme tu topa te gume kieme yinam unte gukien ye.
Okay, let's go slow, okay? And you know, let's go back to our original mode when we first started this text. Let's go slow until we understand what we're doing. And let's not go too fast and not understand what we're doing, okay? Shenyang, moreover, you dawa mako.
Yeah, you don't understand the view.
Yeah, you don't understand. And then kongdu means on top of that, okay? Tengdu, right? Kongdu.
Chengdu, right, right.
Kelen detsam yupa. Oh, he accepts this much. Or
Mhm,
kelen
okay.
yemed topa. Or
Mhm.
you know, does he have some position? Or is it that yeme? What's yeme?
There's indivisible.
This ye means at all. Okay. Yeme. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Tawama koi kondu. First of all, you don't understand the correct view here at all. On top of that, you're trying to judge whether he has some position or he's got no position at all. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
All right. Now, is the case here that you're thinking about that there's no causes and conditions, or are there causes and conditions? Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. And it might be a reference back to that the opening lines of Nagarjuna. Nothing starts from itself, nothing starts from something else, nothing starts from both, nothing starts from neither. Okay. Okay. Opening lines of wisdom. Okay. So is it your position that there's no causes and conditions at all? Yinan? Or are you saying there are causes and conditions? Okay.
It's time again.
Come on, one more sentence.
Okay. There we go. Dong botarna shengi lokto kyang kume kieme tu chichir mingok gangina shenjaki tensik sok ngaparnje.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. Tambatarna, if it's that you think nothing has any causes or conditions, right?
Right.
Then the wrong ideas of other people
Uh-huh.
also don't have
Causes and conditions.
causes and conditions. And why would you ever try to deny it?
Stop them. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Chichir mingo. Yeah.
Yeah. And for what reason would we use a Shendraki Tensik? This is a form of logic, okay?
Conventional wisdom.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, something that the other party is comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
A kind of logic that the other party is comfortable with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a reference to the lemon car.
Right.
Okay, yeah, to what do you call it? Conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we'll continue this confusion later.
Oh, I think you can go below that one that we just.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right.
It's going to be, yeah. Cool.
It's
Yeah, kind of a
21st.
tough part. 21st, yes.
Yeah, we're getting back to a little bit of a hard part. But I'll tell you, he wraps it up pretty easily, okay? He wraps it up pretty easily. And by the way, you're getting really close to Gewa Dig, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you got that verse just waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. Okay.
Speaking of which, Sashi Puki Jukshin Metok Chum Rira Blingshin Yende Gempadi Sange Shingdu Mikte Uwagi Jokun Namdak Shingla Drupar Shok Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami Ewa Di Kewo Kun Senam Yeshe Tok Tok Shing Senam Yeshe Le Jungwe Dampa Kunyi Topar Shok.
Yay.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la.
Oh,
And
it'll cook, and by the time we get the book out, it's gonna be good. Yeah. No, it's gonna ripen in your mind. It always does. If you don't give up, if you look at it from time to time, it'll ripen. Yeah.